What's happening, friends? My name is Ryan Turford, and today is another Wednesday. You know what that means. We're playing another game on Classic Wednesday, and I just can't keep it together because today we're playing American Gladiators on the Super Nintendo. You know, some days we want to play a classic game, a game that's really good. You know, I want to show you a game that you might have missed as a kid and you might have, wanted to play. Something that's not licensed or terrible. But alas, today is not that day, my friends. Today we're playing American Gladiators, of course. American Gladiators, based off the hit TV show in the 1990s, of course. For whatever reason or another, America was swept up in American Gladiators fever. Like, look at these. Just look at these. Oh my god. I just can't. I can't with this game. Of course, it wouldn't be so goofy if the game itself was a lot of fun. It's not. We played it during Extra Life, of course. If you watched my Extra Life stream last year, in 2016, you would have seen that we played American Gladiators, and let me tell you, Thunder just got in the way of things. You know, it's too much. It's too much. So we're going to just do a one-on-one. You can actually play this with two players, and it is a lot more fun that way than playing against the computer, because the computer is really good at this game. I don't know how, but they are. So we're going to pick a male, I guess. I actually usually play against the females, but today I'm actually going to play in the male section, and we're just going to be myself because I'm boring. Ha! So there's a specific set of events that it goes along with. You basically always have the same set of events that you play. It doesn't always do them in the same order, except for the fact that Assault is always first and the Eliminator is always last. Sometimes it'll shuffle up some of the other events around, especially if you're playing tournament mode or two players. But generally in the single player, it's usually Assault first. So we're going to play Assault. Now, the thing about Assault is this. First of all, the game looks like this. Second of all, we'll get to the gun here, and this is something that I've never been able to actually do correctly, but it doesn't matter, we're hit anyways. So basically what you got to do is you got to take the gun there and try and hit the little target over the gladiator's head, and the closer you get to the turret where the gladiator is, the more likely you're going to be able to hit the target. But it also means it's a lot easier for the gladiator to hit you, especially because there is actually less cover to deal with. So now we got the human cannonball. After one event, of course, we're tied because computer can't do Assault either because it sucks. All right, so here we're going to do the human cannonball. And, well, let's see how this goes. So basically, you got your 2 meters you got your one on the left and the one on the right. The one on the left indicates our power and the other one indicates our height. And we just barely missed him. Oh, so close. But yeah, what we want to do is we want to sort of hit the gladiator straight on so he gets knocked off and basically falls over. So after 2 events, Ryan and Sean are still tied because Sean couldn't do the human cannonball either because that event sucks too. So trust me, it's bad. So let's play against Thunder in the gyrosphere. So basically our job is to sort of line up on the center of those circular areas, and you can't go to the same one twice. So you actually have to sort of careen them out around the map. Of course, you've got 2 gladiators to stop in your way, and you have to actually do more than just run over it. You basically have to run, stop for a couple of seconds, and then continue on your way. You can't just keep going because that would make it, fun and not annoying. So there we go. So we got that one. And usually the strategy I'll employ is usually going after the bottom 3 here. It's not very often to actually go to the top one because the gladiators are usually actually guarding this one. And it's actually, for whatever reason, it's harder to ramp up on that one. Of course, if the gladiators box you in like this, which are totally computer controlled and are supposed to be neutral, then you run into some serious issues because you're not going to get enough points. All right, so we still won the event with 5 points as opposed to 4, which is good. So after 3 events, I've now got the lead by 1 point. So now we got Joust. Joust is the game where we do this with giant paddles. It's not that exciting. And the controls in this are like super convoluted as well. Like you have to use like a wide variety of weird moves. Like apparently every direction is either an offensive move or a defensive move. I think we're gonna get knocked down, and yep, we lose. Sorry, folks, I couldn't bring home the joust for you. Let's see if Sean beat the joust. Nope. All right, our computer opponent still pointless outside of the gyrosphere as well, which is definitely good for us. A lot of times, because there's no computer difficulty settings, so sometimes the computer is either super difficult or super not difficult. So we got Powerball versus Nitro and Thunder. Raw. Sorry, I just can't with this game. I can't. All right, so the object to Thunderball or Powerball is we just got to grab these balls. There we go. That's the right button. If you get tackled, you have to run all the way to the other end to grab a ball. Yeah, and just like when you score 2, you basically have to go to the other side. The Gladiators are actually faster than you, so for the most part, if they start to catch you, if they get on you, you're basically fucked, regardless of what you decide to do. Like, look at that. There we go. Of course, we can't do anything to our opponent. They are very much just totally untouchable by us. They can only be touched by the Gladiators. So, all right, so let's run over here. Again, the AI, not that great. Sometimes, again, it's also very, there's a lot of RNG in this game as well, because the Gladiators themselves will typically not be on a specific set pattern all the time, or sometimes they'll literally just do that because they're faster than you, they can totally keep up with you. So, after 5 events, I'm now down 2 points to Sean, and ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the wall. The wall, where basically it's like we're mountain climbing up this wall. We're against Laser and Nitro. Basically, the Gladiators will be on, like, the Gladiators will split up, so one is on my side and one's on the other side. So, we're going to try and climb up this wall as quickly as possible. The problem is, it's not programmed that well, so a lot of times you will get stuck where you're not supposed to get stuck. It leads to problems. You basically have to mash down the A button while pointing in the direction you want to go in, though. And yeah, so as long as we don't get stuck, we should have the advantage over the computer player. But if we get stuck, then, well, we're going to run into trouble. The Gladiators themselves are totally ineffectual in this event because we never have to deal with them. Woohoo! Yeah! We beat the wall! So did Sean, but we got a better time, I believe, which means we get more points. So we actually got a little extra boost over Sean. So now we're leading by 3, which is exciting. So now we're on to the final event, the Eliminator. It sounds very epic. Of course, we're against Gemini and Turbo in this event. It doesn't matter. The Gladiators don't really count in this event. They're just holding a wall at the end. It's a dumb event. Of course, the Eliminator is basically a big obstacle course. So we have a bunch of different obstacles, like a big relay of things that we have to do. And in order to do that, we just mash L and R back and forth, just like track and field, because if it worked for track and field, why wouldn't it work for American Gladiators? Of course, we need to make sure to avoid those. Of course, we get a little bit of a time loss if we get hit, but going down to the bottom actually isn't that bad, to be honest. So we're gonna slide down this thing, and now we're gonna run. And there's our Gladiator there. We're just gonna push him out of the way, and he just disappears because why not? Well, we made it there first, but the way that the timer works, we win! We have beaten American Gladiators, ladies and gentlemen. We have beaten Sean at his own game of American Gladiators. So, Final score 28 for me, 20 for Sean. Now we're actually going to go back because, you know, I'm doing this just for you, provided we can actually skip all this. We're going to actually play a one-on-one with the females as well, just so I can show you what's different. The answer is nothing's really different. It's just an excuse to play more American Gladiators. Of course, you can't actually skip half this stuff like license from Nintendo. Nope. You can sort of skip like all these gladiators here, but we can do that. So we'll do female. Our name will be A, B, C, B, A, B, B, C. A, B, B, C is our name. What does it stand for? I don't know, but we're up against Marie. She is our opponent, and it's time for assault. So we're gonna once again, we're gonna try and get this, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna try and get the cannon here. Come on, pick it up. As you can tell, I don't really remember how to do this. Oh, there we go. Nope, we missed. All right, let's keep going. All right, so we're trying to dodge the ball here. And you have different weapons depending on what station you're at. Oh. No! We got hit through the invisible barrier. Because look, it didn't even touch us, but somehow we got hit. Oh, well. Well, we got one. We got a shot, so we got a point. Here we go. Oh, so close. So close to hitting them. We're just a little too far the other way. Oh my god. We almost did it. We almost won the human cannonball. I've never won that event, by the way. In the history of playing this game, I've never won the human cannonball event. Mainly because it's not like a golf game where it uses actually somewhat decent controls. In this, it's just like, nope, you got the touchiest controls imaginable, and it's really hard to gauge sort of where you're going. Man, we are killing it in the gyrosphere today, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we're up against the female gladiators here, which doesn't really change anything, to be honest. The game itself is pretty much standard. I do actually find usually the female AI opponents, not the gladiators themselves, but whoever like Marie is, for example, in this, are actually usually better than the male opponents at this game. But come on, there we go. Whew. We only still had a 2-point spread just like last time as well. But that's a lot of points so far. We're up 10-7 on Marie. So coming up, we got Joust again. Joust, and who are we jousting against? We're jousting against Gold. All right, let's do this. Look at that hair. We had some crazy hair, that's for sure. Come on. We're going to keep trying this power move until they die. I wonder if we can just continue to just be cheap like this and actually win this way. No, it looks like she caught on. She caught on to our ruse. Oh, so close. We had like 2 more hits would have done it. But alas, we ran out of time. But at least we got some points for running out of time at least. Because usually we get 0 points if we just lose. But so this time it's time for Powerball once again. Let's see if we can do any better than last time. Last time, remember, we lost. Let's see how well we do. Ha! I outsmarted the gladiator. Oh my god, there's 2 of them. Also, in case you're wondering, the center ball spin actually is more points than the outside ones. I believe it's actually 2 points, but we just go for them because it's way, way easier. God, this game is totally absurd. Holy crap. It's like the controls in Tecmo Bowl put this to shame, and that says a lot because that game is way older than this one. Although Tecmo Bowl, awesome football game in its own right, though. It's still actually pretty fun today if you play it. Oh, I missed! What the hell? I was right next to it, but somehow apparently doing it on an angle caused it to miss. It doesn't actually always do that. It just did that this time for whatever reason. So, Marie has shortened the gap by a few points. Now it's 6 point spread, sorry. 20 to 14. So it's time for the wall. So as long as we don't get stuck, we should be okay. Of course, jam on that A button. Or what? Well, okay. No, that's not going to be good. The main thing is if we get up there before the time runs out, we at least still get some points. We will just probably get less points than Marie here. Provided I just don't jam on this button like a madman. No, we got stuck! No! Stuck again! No! So close! So close to beating her in the race up the wall. Now there's only a 1 point spread between the two of us. And it's time for the Eliminator. And who are we playing against? We are playing against Lace and Blaze. Is she actually on fire? Probably not. But so once again, we're going to play this track and field style. Just very exciting by doing this, you know, because video games. Oh, I got too cocky. All right. Oh, so close. All right, let's see if she actually jumps over all the hurdles here. We got 4 hurdles. She actually ran into a few of them because, you know. There's our gladiator just pushing on a shield against us and then just disappears into thin air for whatever reason. I don't really know. And that did it. We have beaten the Eliminator, and final score ABBC 35, Marie 29. We have conquered both the male and females league in American Gladiators. Of course, I'm actually feeling pretty proud of myself, ladies and gentlemen, because that doesn't happen too often because this game has really dumb RNG sometimes. Anyways, that's going to do it. What do you think about American Gladiators, of course? If you're a big fan from the 90s or whatnot, or if you just think it's really goofy, just let me know in the comments below. You can also find me on Twitter at Ryan Turford. That's Turford. You can also find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Ryan Turford and on WordPress at ryanturford.wordpress.com. You can also find me on the Game Moose podcast every single week, just over at www.talkmoose.com. Anyways, that's it for another Classic Wednesday. I'm Ryan Turford, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Roar!